All right, I want to talk about chromosomes, sister chromatids, and a new structure or a new definition called homologous chromosomes. When we talk about eukaryotic chromosomes are going to be linear. So when you talk about just a chromosome by itself, chromosomes are going to contain the set, your genetic information. These are going to be linear, and they are going to look something like this. This is one chromosome. It's linear. It's going to contain DNA. Now, during replication, replication does occur during the synthesis phase of your cell cycle. During replication, you're going to form what we call sister chromatids. So, sister chromatids are two copies they have been replicated. So we've talked about this during mitosis and meiosis, but I like to review these things because they're kind of confusing. So when you talk about replication, replication is going from DNA to DNA. So you take your chromosome. During replication, you make a copy. This is replication. You take a copy of your chromosomes or your DNA, and now you have two identical copies. Now, I would like to talk about the protein. The protein that holds your sister chromatids together, which is right here, is called cohesion. Now, another thing that I didn't really mention before is when we talk about chromosomes, the central region of the chromosome is called the centromere. The centromere is the central region of the chromosome. Now, the centromere is the location of where we're going to have proteins such as cohesin, which holds your sister chromatids together. So when you talk about the protein that holds two sister chromatids together, you say cohesin. And then when you talked about the proteins that are responsible for helping move chromosomes around with the mitotic spindle on either side, these are all located at the centromere. These are known as kinetochores. So, a sister chromatid is literally a copy. Now, the new term is called homologous chromosomes. Now, homologous chromosomes, when we talk about homologs, homo means the same. Homologous chromosomes are copies of your chromosomes that come from your mom and dad that have the same genetic material, and they basically pair up. So when we look at our body cells are going to have, ours particularly is we are going to have 26 chromosomes that come from our mom and 26 chromosomes that come from our dad, and they pair up. So when we talk about homologous chromosomes, these are going to be identical chromosomes, one set from mom and one set from dad that pair up. They're going to be the same shape. They're going to be the same size. They're going to have everything identical about them. So these all right here are just blue. So you have one set from mom, and you're gonna have one set from dad. So you can also have sister chromatids that look like a set from your dad. But instead, these are gonna pair up. So you have one set from mom, and you have one set from dad. So all chromosomes like to pair up. That's a homologous chromosome. These are identical chromosomes, one set from dad and one set from mom that pair together. So if you were talking about a human has two sets of chromosomes, 26 from mom and 26 from dad. So all of our homologous pairs are going to match up. So if we were looking at our chromosomes, say you have a little one from your dad that does hair color, and then you have a big one from dad that is going to be something like how big your feet are. We have 26 pairs of chromosomes, but half of them come from our dad. They can be different shapes, but they're going to pair up based on their shape. So if this was what our chromosomes look like, your mom gave the same chromosomes and they would go and they would pair up. So you have this one, your mom's is going to pair up with this. These are all homologous chromosomes. You have one set from dad and one set from mom, and they pair together like socks. Homologous chromosomes. Same size, same shape, one set from mom, one set from dad. Even if you duplicate them as sister chromatids, you're still going to call them homologous chromosomes. So during replication, you would have one set from dad and one set from mom, and they'll still duplicate into sister chromatids. So homologous chromosomes will duplicate, and they will make two forms of sister chromatids. So you'll have a sister chromatid of your dad's, and you'll have a sister chromatid of your mom's. They still are going to stay together because they are homologous chromosomes, same size, same shape. However, there's one set from mom and one set from dad, and they always are going to pair up.